And we're live. And we're live back again after many, many months, years. I don't even remember anymore. All right, let's see. I'm setting this thing up. I don't even remember how to live stream. So there might be some technical difficulties here and there. I don't even remember how to set up the camera. What is this? Ah, all right. All right. I don't know, people. All right. I think this is better. All right. So, oh man, it's crazy, you know. I was thinking of doing a live stream. I've been thinking about it for a long time, but the problem is, like I've said in many previous videos, my phone is, the battery is not at the best, so it's dying. So it doesn't withstand, all these 1 hour, 2 hour live stream. It can't take it anymore. So I'm gonna try to make this short and sweet. Um, but hey, it's great to be here again. I know I didn't announce this at all, so I'm not expecting many people to show up during the live stream. But that's not the point. The point of this live stream is that it gets recorded and that hopefully people can watch it after it's happened. Because today we're gonna talk about something that man, like this is one of the things I've been dying to react to so much of this stuff that's been happening, in the vegan or animal rights circles, the return of Yurovsky, who now returned as a massive welfarist and a lion killer. What the heck is that? Then we have Natalie Fulton reacting to him in a terrible way, and we have dumb stuff that George Martin Carnison debunk says, and we have Earthling, and we have a bunch of stuff. It's all terrible. The Seaspiracy guy, no longer vegan because marshmallows or something. Gah, you know, there's so much to cover. Yeah, man, so little battery life on my phone. So, yeah, I hope. There's at the moment that no one has shown up to the stream, not even the trolls. Yeah, but I hope the microphone is working. I hope. 'Cause I didn't check that actually. Is it working? I don't even know. What if it's muted? And man, I didn't think of that. What if you can't hear me? I've been talking to myself all this time. Well, that would be hilarious. And if it happens, I'm still gonna leave it up because I think it's funny. So, you know me, I'm a comedian. So, and the third that would be absolutely hilarious. Me going out of my way to react to this thing and respond and whatnot, and then no audio. That would be beautiful. It would be a great comedic moment for my channel. So then oh man, it could happen. Oh well. Now, what are we gonna do today? So, Humane Hancock, right? You know him because he's a complete idiot. Of course, one of those plant-based utilitarians. It's one of those things that I really hate now. We have these plant-based utilitarians in the movement who don't even know what veganism is, and they already think they are, debunking it, or like him saying that veganism doesn't actually matter. And what's funny is that's the title of his video that I'm going to be responding to today. It's a short one, around 9 minutes, something like that. So that's why I chose it, in the hopes that my phone's battery will last enough. Um, I know this introduction has been long. It's kind of stalling to see if anyone joins the stream. But I don't know, just to make it a little bit more fun and interactive. But if it doesn't happen, okay, it doesn't happen. All right, let me see. me my my cup of water. Yes, cannot. It's not a live stream. It's not an AJ live stream without my happy birthday mug. Even though it's never my birthday when I do these live streams. My birthday, by the way, was July the 10th. Yes, that's right, the 10th. All right, so, um, all right, so what are we going to do today? Like I was saying, Humane Hancock. Now, his video is titled, Why Veganism Doesn't Matter. Let me see. Wow, what is this? All right. Okay, let me see. Ah, no. Okay, okay. All right, let me see. All right, so the title of the video is Why Veganism Doesn't Matter. Parentheses explained by a vegan. Huh? This is already terrible. First of all, yeah, veganism does matter. And no, Humane Hancock, again, you're not a vegan. So you explaining veganism is what doesn't work, is what doesn't matter because you're not a vegan. So you cannot say why veganism doesn't actually matter when you're not even vegan. But hey, let's hear what he has to say about it. Let's go. By the way, I cannot share the screen. So what we're gonna do, just like my Tobias Leonard reaction, something similar. We're gonna listen to what he's saying, and then I'm gonna tell you what I think about it. I don't know. That's just what's gonna happen. All right. So Humane Hancock. All right. I know. I'm already dreading this. Why? I do this for you guys. I am suffering for you. All right. There you go, dear audience. Let's learn something together. I don't wanna. I don't wanna click play. I really don't. Do I do it? I don't want to. This is gonna be terrible. I feel it. I feel it in my bones. It's gonna be terrible. Ay 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 ay. Okay, let's go. First a sip of water and then Humane Hancock. All right. Oh no, Humane. Here goes nothing.
I once thought that veganism was blowing up, and I dedicated my life to it. But then I saw this graph showing that the number of vegans has remained flat for years. And
Yes. I thought veganism was blowing up, but the number of vegans has remained flat for years. Yes, Hancock, and you know why that is? Do you know? Care to venture a guess? It's because of people like you. You haven't really made any vegans. And this is something that infuriates me when these plant-based utilitarians accuse us, the real vegans, of not doing anything. And they always go for the, that the cliche question of how many people have you turned vegan, or this activist has made many people vegan, and this or that. No, they haven't. What they do is they create zombie copies of themselves, fanboys who then copy what the famous activist does in the hopes that they'll become famous too and have a zombie following of their own. That's not activism. It's not. These effective activists are not effective at all. They distort the message, they send a wrongful message out there. People have a wrong understanding or a misunderstanding, if you will, of what veganism actually means. And when you tell them that, and you tell them, hey, dude, I know you've been doing this for X amount of years or whatever, turns out that's not veganism, this is veganism, they react like toddlers. They start throwing hissy fits and tantrums and whatnot. What is this, man? I thought you wanted to do something for animals. I thought you wanted to set them free. But no, that's the other thing. They double down. Once you tell them what veganism actually is, now they double down on their dumb, ridiculous utilitarian ideas because they were convinced that veganism was some sort of utilitarian plan to reduce suffering when it's not. Nothing to do with utilitarianism, nothing to do with reducing suffering. But hey, that's what they're going for. So once you tell them, hey, dude, you know your life's mission? Yeah, well, it turns out that that was wrong. I get it. You don't like it. You don't want to feel like you're wrong or that you've been mistaken or that you've been, taken for a fool by someone else. But that's exactly what's happened. Just like when you go from non-vegan to vegan, that's what you feel. You feel like you've been scammed, and they insulted your intelligence by making you non-vegan throughout your life, and then you become vegan, and you feel dumb. You feel like, well, I was had. They got me. I wasn't. Uh, you know, uh, I couldn't have enough of a conscience to reject uh, animal exploitation all those years ago. So it took me way too long to finally do it. And that's what we all feel when it happens. Um, and I think part of that is what's happening to these PBUs or plant-based utilitarians. They don't want to admit that they've been wrong all this time. So it's easier for them to just double down and shield themselves from any criticism or whatever, and just go with their already written script, because that's the only thing they have. All they have is slogans and these cliche phrases and stuff like "peace begins on your plate" and all those kind of things. And animal abuser, total loser. I don't even get me started on that AV sign. Like, well, what is this? Some weird thing like this? I don't know. What is something like that? I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, I'll give you a sign, but I only need one finger for that. Oh man, bloody hell. Oh no. But okay, let's continue with the Humane Wash Hancock. No, I don't want to. Can we react to Sydney Sweeney's bikini pictures? Why do we have to react to this? No, the suffering continues. Okay.
And this led me to an uncomfortable realization. A realization that veganism doesn't actually matter.
All right. Serenity now. Serenity now. I hate this. I hate this already. I mean, if veganism doesn't actually matter. Okay. No. I'm sorry, people. He arrived to the wrong conclusion already. So I don't know. What doesn't matter is him. Okay, so let's go. Let's continue. Let's see his reasons for this. Let's see his epiphany, unfold. I don't know.
I'm going to explain the 3 reasons why I changed my mind about veganism, and why, despite all of this, I am still vegan today.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Weird that these people keep calling themselves vegan even though they reject veganism. That's fucking weird to me. Yeah, like you reject something but you call yourself that something anyway. Why would that be? Could it be marketing reasons? Could it be that you've been calling yourself vegan for years even though you weren't, and when you finally get called out for it, like I was saying, like they double down on the thing. Some of them, because others, and I've been seeing this more and more, they do the opposite thing. They stop calling themselves vegan, not because they don't consider themselves vegan anymore. It's just because they want to prove to you that they don't need veganism to help animals. So, as they call it, so they start calling themselves some other name, whatever. Like, for example, this Humane Hancock. Why isn't it vegan Hancock? Humane. Why is that? Welfareism, utilitarianism, those things. But okay.
The first reason might be the most counterintuitive. Going vegan isn't the best way to help animals.
This already infuriates me. Going vegan isn't the best way to help animals. That's interesting, yes. Um, you know, That's one of the problems with these utilitarians, that veganism is a stance against the exploitation of animals by man, by humans. So what veganism is trying to do is not to help animals, is to set them free from said exploitation. That's the entire thing. That's the objective, that's the goal, that's the end of the rainbow. Yeah, the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, the light at the end of the tunnel, the finish line at the marathon, whatever you want to call it. That's what it is. It's setting the animals free from exploitation. It's not helping the animals have an incredible life full of enjoyment and laughter and whatnot, and all the food they can have, and all the, I don't know, mating rituals they can do. Where, like, no, none of that is veganism, okay? Veganism is, hey, animals, I know we've had you as hostages for all this time. We acknowledge this, and now you're being released, finally. You know? Sorry, that was our mistake. I hope there's no hard feelings, yeah? Yikes. And lucky for us, animals don't even know what we've been doing to them for all this time. Like, if they knew what we were actually doing, yeah, I don't think we could hide anywhere. There would be nowhere to hide for us. They'd come for us in a second. So yeah, I hate this. Like, going vegan isn't the best way to help animals. Okay, genius. Let's see what else he says. Let's see reasons number 2 and 3.
And this might feel surprising because veganism has been the face of the modern animal movement. To understand why veganism isn't the best way to help animals, I need to tell you about my father. He's been a slaughterhouse worker for as long as I can remember. He was brought into that industry as a child by his own father. And so it's safe to say that we disagree about a lot of things. I mean, you should see the confusion on his face when he's sitting in front of a vegan meal.
Okay, I don't know. We reached some advertisement on YouTube, so you muted the video. Let me see. Here, he's showing his dad, I guess, a slaughterhouse worker, reacting to a plate of mushroom risotto and being dumbfounded and confused, like, oh, what is this alien thing on my plate? Like, come on, dude, that is such a performative stunt. It's not even real. That probably isn't in his real reaction. He probably would react to a non-vegan mushroom risotto version of that, whatever. Like, would react the same way. The plate looks absolutely disgusting and not appealing at all. Looks like, like you regurgitated. What do you say? I don't know how to. Well, you peeled that thing onto the plate. And that's what it looks like. It's already been eaten. Doesn't look appealing at all. Like, that's exactly why I would react to that. And reacting to a plate of food, that's not what veganism is or isn't. That doesn't make or break veganism. But this Hancock, he's like, oh, my dad, who's a slaughterhouse worker and also a really old dude who can't, change or learn something new. Veganism doesn't work. Come on, bro.
And so he's not going vegan anytime soon.
Yeah, Hancock, he's not going vegan anytime soon, not because of mushroom risotto, but because you are a nomquatoto. You are an imbecile, okay? That's what you are. Yeah, you're an nomquat, Hancock. That's why he's not going vegan anytime soon, because he doesn't see animals as individuals. He sees them, first of all, he's a slaughterhouse worker, so he's seeing them as a product. He's seeing them as his job. It's not seeing the individual in the animal. Not because of some terrible plate of vegan food. Even if it looked awesome, he would react the same way.
But even with my dad, someone who's been part of the meat industry their entire life, there are places where we agree. Like if there were a vote on whether or not to ban factory farming, I'm pretty sure my dad would vote to ban it.
Yeah, again with factory farming, another utilitarian genius idea. Let's attack factory farming because this is the worst thing of all. And even non-vegans agree that factory farming is bad. And then you have non-vegans on camera saying, yeah, agree. We should ban factory farming. Blah, blah, blah. Dude, you can say whatever, but you're not showing that. Okay? None of those people actually want to ban factory farming. They just want to feel good about themselves and then don't want you to judge them. Because no one in the right mind is going to say, no, I want factory farming to continue. Like that, they're not going to say it. At least not out loud to your face. But everybody wants to look good. But that's not what they think. They obviously don't give a tiny flip about that. They don't care if it's factory, they don't care if it's a family farm, they don't care where anything comes from. If they did, we've already had a vegan world, but we don't. So, yeah, let's continue.
And if my slaughterhouse working father would be in favor of a major goal in the animal movement.
That's not a major girl. Listen to me, Hancock. Cocking hand. Or cocking ass. I don't know. Listen to me. That's not a major goal in the animal movement. The only goal is to set the animals free. The end. This factory farm bullshit is another utilitarian, ridiculous thing that you've come up with and that now you're giving ammunition to non-vegans to feel good about themselves, like I was saying. God, puto Hancock de mierda.
Then you'd think that the animal movement would be huge. But here's the problem. When your movement is built around a major
No. Here's the problem. You.
lifestyle change, one that many people find hard, you keep your movement small.
Hancock. No, this movement, veganism, is not about a lifestyle change. You're not changing your life. When I went vegan, my life didn't change. I'm the same exact person. The only difference being that now I see the animals as who they truly are, someone, rather than something. I see them as individuals who deserve to be free from me exploiting them. And therefore, by extension, all of the other animals deserve to be free from all the other humans, not just me. Everyone. So that's the thing. Humane was Hancock. Get it? Huh? Te odio, no, que te odio.
We need to have as many people as possible pushing for a better world for animals. And
what the fuck is a better world for animals, Hancock? Explain it to me. Because it seems to me like you don't even know what you're talking about.
By having veganism as the bar to entry to the movement, we are missing out on so many people who would support our goals, but who don't feel able to make this lifestyle change.
It's not a lifestyle change. You coprophagist idiot. It's not a lifestyle change. I have the same lifestyle as always. That's it. The only thing is I don't include animal exploitation in the stuff I do anymore. That's it. That's the only difference. But I'm the same guy. Man. Bloody hell.
Don't think the biggest gains for animals will come from getting individuals to go vegan anyway. It'll come from changing institutions.
Okay, you listen to me. Listen to me, shit fucker. How are you going to change institutions if individuals don't want to change those institutions? They like it. They like those institutions exactly as they are. Because guess what? All of us, we all are the institutions. There's no a big bag of corporations and industries. No, no. We are those industries. We are those corporations. We made it happen.
The environmental movement learned this years ago. Do you remember when the advice was to take shorter showers? Now it's
Yeah, dude, the advice to take shorter showers was obviously a mockery, my guy. That was never gonna work because it's not about you taking shorter showers. You know, Coca-Cola and Nestle and all those companies, they wanted to take up all the water to make their terrible products to then sell it to you. So they told you to take a shorter shower. But the reality is you taking a shorter shower doesn't actually help the environment or whatever. And they made you believe that. You're an idiot. You're an idiot, Hancock.
all about pressuring governments and corporations. And likewise, I don't.
Yeah, but how can you pressure? Answer me this: how can you pressure a government or a corporation into not doing something that the entirety of the rest of the people want them to do and demand them to do? And if they take it away, this other group will be start raging mad against those institutions and governments and all that. You know, you have to change the minds of the people first.
I think the animal movement's focus should be on lowering our harm footprints. It should be about dealing with the problem as best we can. I think this will make more sense once you've seen piece 2 in this video. But even as individuals, going vegan is just not the best thing you can do. And
my life, this is really infuriating. Dude, that's not even the point of veganism. The point of veganism is not about doing the best you can do or whatever. It's about setting the animals free. That's it. I don't know how many times I said already during the live stream, and I'm going to have to continue to say it.
An organization called FarmKind calculated how much someone would need to donate to have the same impact as going vegan.
All right. Shit, what? First of all, this FarmKind, they only calculated diets. They only calculated emissions by diet. That's not veganism. Because, hey, veganism is not a diet. It's an ethical stance against the exploitation of animals. That didn't take long enough. It didn't take long for me to repeat that yet again. Man, bloody hell. Hancock, no. I'm tired. Really tired. This comparison doesn't even make sense. That's not veganism. That's just a plant-based diet for the environment.
The answer? Just $23 per month. FarmKind directs people's donations to highly effective charities like...
Right. Highly effective charities. Yeah, effective in making the bank accounts of the people who created those charities bigger and bigger, and not helping the animals at all.
Shrimp Welfare Project, where for every dollar donated, around 1,500 animals are spared from suffocating to death. That is wild. But the main...
Yeah, that is wild. People really. How can you listen to this clown? Well, you're listening to this clown because, I'm making you do it, so. Hey, but you clicked on this, so it's on you. And why am I listening to him? Oh, man. It's terrible. Just 3 minutes in, okay. Oh, man, no. No, I don't know. I might do a part 2 of this or something. I don't know. Because I can't stand this whole thing. It's too much.
The point I'm trying to make here is that the way we use our money can actually impact far more animals than our consumption choices.
Qué vergo tan mamacuevo. Listen to me, Hancock. you are a certified grade A numquat. Personal choices, the way we use money. Wah, wah, wah. So now you're gonna say what? That a non-vegan donating $23 or whatever to charity, animal charities, does more than an actual vegan? Is that what you're gonna tell me now?
Now, if you're not vegan, I really hope this video isn't just making you feel better about not doing anything. I mean, imagine if someone took your pet dog or cat.
What pet dog or cat? Yeah, another terrible thing. These plant-based utilitarians are all about. Imagine if it was your dog or your cat. Ay, dude. People don't even love cats and dogs. They pretend they do, but they really don't. But that's another issue altogether. That's a completely different, not a conversation altogether. At some point, I might do a stream of that, but.
And put them into a chamber where they were unable to breathe. Imagine them squealing and panicking for up to a minute before they fall unconscious. Now, you would probably be willing to spend huge sums of money to prevent them from experiencing that. But we must recognize that it's not less bad if the same thing is experienced by other animals. And that is how most pigs die.
Meaning what exactly, Hancock? Meaning what? People don't give a flying fuck about dogs, cats, pigs, or any other animal. Anyway, capybaras, whatever. They don't. So making this comparison amounts to absolutely nothing.
But at the start of this video, I didn't just merely make the claim that veganism might not be the most impactful thing to do. I went further than that. I made a way stronger claim that veganism doesn't actually matter.
Yeah, let's listen to this. Yeah, let me see. Another ad, another YouTube ad. So I'm muting it because I wanna, Oh my god, this has been terrible. Let's see.
Understand what I mean. We need to look at an often misunderstood distinction, and one that I think has big implications for veganism. It's the distinction between intrinsic and instrumental value. Something has intrinsic value if it matters in and of itself. For example, if
animals have intrinsic value.
someone is experiencing torture, then that is intrinsically bad. The experience itself matters. But something can also have instrumental value. It can be valuable because of the effect it has on.
Here's when he does the utilitarian thing. Instrumental value, though.
On something that intrinsically matters. Think of money. A $100 bill isn't good itself, it's just paper. But we can use it to affect things that actually matter. Or think of the economy. The economy doesn't matter in and of itself, it matters because it affects human well-being. But people often confuse the means for the ends. We start prioritizing money or economic growth, even at the cost of people's lives. And I think the same thing can.
Yes, the capitalism bad portion of the video. Tell me something new.
Can happen with veganism. We can lose track of the fact that veganism doesn't actually matter in and of itself. It is a strategy for affecting the thing that matters, which is animal suffering.
All right. And here we have it, folks. Here we have it. And I think we can leave it up to here today. We'll leave it up to here today. Maybe I'm going to do a part 2 of this with more time and I'll announce it or whatever to have more participation of the audience. But it doesn't matter because I wanted to leave this in a recorded way so that you can view it later at your own leisure. Leisure? I don't know. Well, so this guy is like, it's a strategy to what actually matters. Oh, no, let's listen to this again because it's so freaking dumb. I have to do a double take on this. I have to go, oh, what? Because I can't believe he said this.
With veganism, we can lose track of the fact that veganism doesn't actually matter in and of itself. It is a strategy for affecting the thing that matters, which is animal suffering.
And, I mean, Hey, Vegan Maga is here. What? Hello there. Hello there. Um, how are you doing? Yes, I'm basically just ending the live stream today because it was gonna be a short one anyway. Part one of my reaction to. Uh, I was going to watch this. I didn't get around to it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. My friend, you're probably gonna catch it later anyway. It's gonna be recorded, so don't worry about it. Thank you for showing up anyway. Good to see you as always. And don't worry. Yeah, we're just ending it right now on this phrase by Humane Hancock, saying that, well, if you didn't catch that, he's saying that veganism doesn't actually matter and it's just a strategy to affect what actually matters. And then he goes, animal suffering. Well, wrong and wrong, Humane Hancock, because that's not what it is. Veganism is A, not a strategy. Two, it doesn't, it's not to affect animal suffering. It's not about animal suffering. Even though veganism, which is the ending of animal exploitation by humans, sure has the potential of greatly reducing the suffering that we cause to those animals. Yes, sure. But that's just a, let's see, a happy side effect, of it. It's just a side effect. It's just one of the consequences of this. But the truth is, what we want is for the animals to be free. That's the whole point of veganism. And it's not a strategy. It's an entire, philosophy. It's an ethical stance, if you will, that opposes the exploitation of animals. I was talking about the Humane Hancock video. All right, yeah. Okay. All right, Vegan Mag, I get you, I get you. Yeah, the Humane Hancock, I don't know. It's terrible. I mean, he's trying to explain why veganism doesn't exist, and it doesn't exist, doesn't actually matter, doesn't exist. Well, I would argue that veganism doesn't exist because of these people. They completely destroyed it and they made it into something else. He's saying that it doesn't matter. And I know what he's saying. He's saying it because these effective activists want to come up with strategies to fool the general public into changing their habits somehow, even if they don't care about animals. They're going to change their habits, and then the animals will suffer less. What the heck is that? Oh, man. Oh, balls. I agree with you. I was hoping he was just joking with the title. It's sad. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, yes. Let me see. All right. All right. Okay, this is weird. Now StreamYard, I have to click twice on the comments to show them on stream on the screen. It's kind of weird, but okay, I'm gonna leave it here. Yeah, exactly. He's like, oh no, this doesn't matter because these plant-based utilitarians, that's it. They don't really care about veganism. They don't care about setting the animals free from humans. What they care about is looking good for the camera and getting a bunch of followers and likes and stuff like that, and getting donations and making a career out of activism. But you can't have a career in activism if there's nothing to be active about. So they can't free the animals really. If they do, there's no more career for them and they have nothing else going on. Most of them, anyway, have nothing else. So that's just a real issue here. These people have been brainwashed by Peter Singer's ideas and by Gary Yourofsky and other people like that. And they don't understand that the thing that veganism is actually trying to do, I said it already like a million times during this stream, but I can't say it enough times. Really, it's just about setting them free. That's it. Whether they get to have an amazing life after that, or their life is shitty, or something in between, that's not our concern. The concern of veganism is their property status. They are property. We need to change that and change it to individuals, and then respect those individuals enough so that we set them free from us. And that's it. After that, there's no guarantee what their life will be or won't be or whatever. It'll be on them. They'll be their own person. They'll be the master of their own destiny. That's it. And if we want to draw a comparison, because they're always like, oh yeah, but the slaves and whatnot. Yeah, dude, sure, there was no guarantee that the slaves were going to have a better life being free than being at some plantation under some plantation owner or whatever. There was no guarantee for them that they were going to have a better life or worse or whatever. But that wasn't the point. The point was that they were no longer considered property, that they were their own person, that they had their own free will. They weren't an instrument to someone else. That's the point of liberating those slaves. That's why they wanted to be free. They like my life, just like all of these countries who set themselves free from their colonialist invaders, whatever. We didn't know if our countries were going to be better off without the the other country from Europe or whatever. Like in my case, Venezuela, we didn't know if we were going to be better off without Spain, but that wasn't the point. The point was we want to listen to some Spanish guy, telling us what to do or what not to do. So get the heck out of here, Spain. And we want to be our own thing. And that was the point. Whether we had it best or worse, after that, that's not the point of it. That's not the point of freedom. It's not that you're going to be better or worse. The point of freedom is no one owns you. And you're the master of your own destiny. That's it. My life. And the same goes for the animals. I don't know why this ridiculous nonsense that we have to be nature's police and we're going to be nature's nanny and we're going to be nature's everything. Like, no, we don't have to be anything. All we have to do is follow the damn train, CJ. That's it. That's the mission. Just follow the damn train. But no, we can't even do that. All right. Well, I don't know. I'm going to leave it up to here. And we're going to go to part 2 soon. Probably next Friday or something. I don't know. I'll try to make it better. I'll try to announce it with time and stuff because, I don't want to surprise you anymore. This was a surprise live stream, so I apologize for that. It's just I didn't have any other time to do this. So there you go. Yikes. It's a good thing I'm not monetized on YouTube because this video could not be monetized. I said so many bad words in Spanish and English that I don't even know. So, all right. See you in the next one. I'm sorry that I'm not posting more regularly and the DRAJ is not being broadcast every Tuesday, but rather every or something or other Tuesday, whatever. But hey, I don't know. Sorry about that. This was completely unscripted and improvised, but hey, I don't know. I just felt like I had to say something. All right. So see you in the next one. Thank you, everyone, for coming here. And by everyone, I mean Vegan MAGA. So there you go. All right. See you. Don't be an umquat.